Press slide?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. So the history of herbal medicine. It dates back really since the beginning of time. People have used what grows in their own backyard as medicine. Really, you just look at your gut, your stomach, your health, your mind. What can you eat to help you feel better? Wow, that's a concept. If you're dehydrated, you drink water. If you're lacking sleep, you take a nap. And if you're hungry, you eat food. But what kind of food? This is what led into herbalism. There was a medicine doctor, usually it was a medicine woman, medicine man, they were priests, nobility, they were more educated, they were trained on how to heal the body naturally, and they started looking to gardens as natural ways to heal themselves and their community. Now, there are 3 ancient manuscripts that are known for herbalism. The first is the Kahun Medical the Kahun Medical Text. It's a gynecological text. It was about 2500 BC, and that is over 4,500 years old, and that's like an affirmed date. And in that text, it talked about how to get pregnant, how to heal battle wounds, how to have healthy babies. Yes, it was the ancient Egyptians who wrote down everything. That's not to say that a lot of other indigenous countries didn't know about herbalism, but because the Egyptians wrote things down, they were able to communicate their knowledge to the next generation. One of the things you're going to learn about herbalism, or just the history of health, is that it's constantly changing. And yes, even today, part of believing in science, and I say science, quote unquote science, because people actually don't know what that really means when they say, I believe in science. Well, science is constantly disproving itself. It's testing, it's questioning, until you get to a point where there's laws. What do I mean by that? So, if you are suffering from a gastrointestinal issues and you want to take a pill or take a chamomile to help heal the body, to help with gas, well, you can have that, but that's not necessarily your problem. Maybe you have gastrointestinal problems because of food poisoning, in which case lots of water is what you need to flush your body and to start feeling better. Maybe you have gastrointestinal issues because you're super stressed out. You ever get that drop in your gut where you're super nervous and your stomach starts boiling? Yeah, that's actually your body telling you, hey, there's something going on. Our gut is also referred to as our second brain, has a unique way of letting us know if we're in fight or flight mode. Wow. So all of that kind of opens the door to saying that your gastrointestinal problems, your stomach issues, may not be what you think is the problem. It could be stress, it could be poor food, it could be lack of sleep. And so that's why you have this scientific method of testing what works and what doesn't work. And although chamomile has great relieving properties to help calm the stomach, help relax, that doesn't mean that it's going to heal your body. History of medicine, scientific, and the Egyptians have the oldest manuscript to man for healing the body naturally. I actually have a longer video on Zen's YouTube playlist, on Zen's YouTube channel, the history of medicine. It's a playlist where I cover the Kahun Medical Papyrus, the ancient Chinese medical text, the Huangdai Ni Jing, and the Vedas. Now, I'm not going to cover the Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, because that is a huge endeavor, but I did kind of cover the field with just how herbalism historically got its role. You had to write it down and pass it on to the next generation, because that knowledge is so easily lost from one generation to the other, which is usually why the medicine man, the medicine woman, nobility, the tribal leader was responsible for making sure those herbal medicinal secrets was passed down for the next generation. Now, the Vedas. Vedas are ancient Indian texts. They're religious texts, they're spiritual texts, and they cover a lot of chants and prayers, and also just the history of Hinduism. Hinduism is a Eastern Indian religion. They believe in a pantheon where everything is a god. Yes, they do worship everything, at least traditional Orthodox Hinduism, if that could be a word, Orthodox Hinduism, because there are New Age levels of Hinduism. And this orthodoxy of Hinduism covers a term called Ayurveda. Ayur is to help, or science. It's a way of healing the body. And there are herbs associated with Ayurveda. One of them is Tulsi. Tulsi, which is we call holy basil. It actually came about because they saw this cow eating this herb, Tulsi, and it was giving huge health benefits. It made the cows very strong. And if you know anything about Hinduism, they worship cows. The cows are a special deity of all the animals that they worship. And the Ayurvedic teas that are, or the teas that are in Ayurveda are known for helping to heal the body. Oh my gosh, it's a little loud. Okay, while we try to do this herbalism class, we're going to finish really quick. If you want to know about Ayurvedic herbs, go to the hashtag Zen Tea Herbalist. We're creating a lot more content about that. I know we are watching the live stream on YouTube. But of the most potent Ayurvedic herbs, you know which one's the most popular? Turmeric. That's the turmeric that's used in golden milk, turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon. It helps with inflammation. It's used for coloring. If you ever got it on your clothes, you know that it's kind of difficult to wash off. So now we're going to cover the last part, which was how to heal the body and mind and soul. Now, in the Master Herbalism class that we have, it's not for everyone. There's only a few people through Zen's Tea House who have actually taken that class. The requirement is you have to be with Zen's Tea House for 1 full year, where you're being trained under me to learn about the health benefits, but also how to implement. Because when you start implementing healthy medicinal teas and herbs, it's the process of what and how you integrate those healthy Ayurvedic herbs and teas and herbal remedies into your diet, because the body is capable of healing itself. Your body can heal itself in the right environment, with the right ingredients, the right amount of time. I cover this on Spilling the Tea on environmental health and Spilling the Tea on social health. If you want to have a better understanding of how to heal the body naturally with teas, know that it's a lifestyle. There was a gentleman who called me saying, hey, I want to try this bentonite clay because I've heard it's so good for degenerative arthritis. And I said, yes, it is. NASA has been using it since like the early 2000s to reverse arthritis. Why hasn't it been known? Well, quite frankly, people just don't want to eat dirt. Bentonite clay is not an easy product to constantly consume. It tastes like dirt. It tastes like clay. And when you implement or you give instructions on how to heal the body naturally, it has to be something that people can do every day. And so when you start living a healthier life, you are mindful of what you put in your body, what you're thinking, who you're around, your environment. All of those are huge factors. You can be healthy, but you can be in an unhealthy relationship. You could be healthy and you could be in an unhealthy environment. By the way, relationship and environment is two different. You could have a healthy couple, healthy relationship, but if you're in an environment of toxicity, of chaos, guess what? Your health will decline. All of this is covered in the Zen Master Herbalism class. If you want, email me, fernando@zenc.com. There will be one person who we share this Master Herbalism class with, who sign up for Zen's new Instagram account, sign up comments saying, hey, I want to try Zen's Herbalism class. We're going to be releasing this largely because people don't know how to heal the body naturally, and that's our goal. Hang out with some healthy, fun people. Zen's Herbalism, Zen Sip and Paint. We're going to be doing it once a month. We're going to be having more of these Instagram lives, YouTube lives, teaching people about herbalism and how to heal the body naturally. Want more information, go to the website zenstea.com. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment below. Bye.